Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of my video journal. Um, Today, the main topics of this video journal are going to be the problems I've been having setting up this YouTube channel, this video series, but also basically what's been going on in my life. Probably on Thursday, I'll do a video on some lessons I've learned, some books I've read, what lessons I've learned, some stuff in my life. But today video, I just want to really talk about what's been going on in my life and what's happening with my YouTube videos. So let's start with my YouTube video series. So it is Tuesday. This is my second video that I'm uploading. Um, if you have noticed, this is the second video. This is gonna be on a new channel that because I had set up a new Google account and a new YouTube channel just for my videos, not my so I could use that for my videos, not my personal Gmail account. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, they banned me and they said I could be a bot or what, and they said I violated Google policies, but I ended up appealing it, but they still denied it. They denied the appeal. But I was like, the only thing I use this channel for was YouTube. That's all I've used the Google for is to upload a YouTube video, start YouTube and upload YouTube videos. So now um, this video series will be on my personal Google account, one of my personal, because I got two. This will be on one of my personal. Um, so I think maybe it was because I used a special service for notifications. So they kept sending me, they kept locking me out of my account saying I had to send them a phone number that they can call or text to like verify my account. And I had used my phone number for too many Google accounts before, and so I needed a new number and I couldn't find someone. So I used an online service. I paid $1 and um, I could use their service for a notification. So that's what I did. I guess that's why they thought I was a bot. But like, come on, like there should be no reason for it. But so that's why this video series is probably going to start on episode 2. I'll try to upload episode 1 in a couple months when the YouTube channel is finally deleted that I had, because once it's deleted, I can upload episode 1 without it being copyright striked. Because like right now, I can't upload um, episode 1 onto this new channel because it'll be copyright striked, even though, I created the other video and it's my video. They're both my channels. It'll still be copyright striked. I don't want to worry about that because you only get, I think, three chances. Um, and so that's why it'll probably take a couple months for episode 1 to be released. Now, episode 1, I talked about the different reasons why I'm doing this video journal. So because you guys missed that, I'm kind of gonna go over like a brief topic. Um, what happened in episode 1. So episode 1 really describes the reasons for me making this video journal. There are a couple reasons, but the main one, there are the two or three main ones. The first main reason is I want to like video my life, and so I can give the I can give this video journal to my kids, so I can kind of leave a legacy um for my grandkids, my kids, and so they can kind of learn the lessons that you know I learned the hard way. So it's to help them later in life because it, I want to leave a legacy because growing up I never really knew much about my grandparents. I barely knew much about my parents because they were 40 by the time they had me, 35, 40. Um, and they don't really talk about their 20s much or 30s that much. So I don't really know much about them, and I barely know anything about my grandparents. Um, and so I kind of want to leave this as a legacy for my grandkids and my kids, so they can see me. It also records my growth as a journal. 10 years from now, I can look back at my progress and like, what have I changed? What's my life like? Things like that. I went in more topic on these details in my first video, but this isn't the main topic of the video. So I'm kind of speeding through this really quick. Now the main topics, it is a video journal. Um, so it'll probably be a little bit about my main life. So things happening in my life right now, me asking for advice or whatever. You know, anything like that. It's going to be about my life and how I'm learning it, things I've seen, how I've grown to become a better person. But also, it'll be about the lessons I've learned from um, things I'm reading about because I'm a big reader. That's like a big passion, big hobby of mine is reading. So maybe I've read a certain book and then there's certain points I'd like to explain to you. Because the good thing is I'm I would be able to teach you the note from the notes I take because from these books I read I take notes. And if I translate these notes into a video teaching you guys, ultimately I'll learn better, but also you guys will get some value out of this video log, video journal, and out of my YouTube channel. Um, so that'll probably now some of the things I like to read, philosophy books. I like to read health books, fitness and health. I like to read about psychology or how to influence other people. Like being a leader, because that's what leadership is ultimately about. I'll also be talking about my online classes because I'm trying to get my bachelor's degree in accounting, it's starting August 1st. So in a couple days, I can start, um, I can officially enter the classes and I'll talk about the process of me starting online school and how the online school I go to works, how the college I go to works, in a later video. But I take notes on those classes, and because they're business classes, they'll be valuable. Probably they'll be valuable in some way to you guys, or maybe they'll be entertaining to hear my thoughts on you know, on the on the class, and so you guys can learn from it, or maybe you're taking the same classes as me, and so you can learn from me, and I can learn from you. Um, Either way. So some of the topics will be like financial accounting, or it might be organizational behavior, which is the first class I'm taking. I'll make a video to increase my understanding of that class, and so I learn better, and you guys get to learn something too. But I also, like I said, I like philosophy. I like writing, so I'm gonna start trying to write more, write stories more, because that's mainly what I'm not interested in is writing better stories. And so maybe I'll do some tips on writing stories or on my progress on writing, writing a novel or something like that. Um, or maybe playing guitar because I'm starting to learn guitar, any of that stuff. Um, Now let's talk about the last thing I talked about in that channel. Um, was also there is another reason that I talked about later on the video that I added. I'm also using this to increase my presentation skills, but also increase my articulation skills because I've had a hard time speaking lately in the last couple of years. And I want to pick that skill back up and get better at it. I had speech therapy as a kid, because I had problems with speaking, and I've noticed that too in regular life. It is a little bit of the problem. It's not too bad, but I want to fix that weakness of mine. I want to change that part of my personality or my skill set to become like a great speaker. Um, and I think it will be motivational for myself too to change one weakness I have into a strength. So that's kind of what these videos are. They're like my speech therapy. It's I have to concentrate on talking to the camera and kind of articulating my thoughts. And, as I get better at this, as I do it more, I'll get better at it. Um, and so that's why this channel is probably going to be like a non-edited style channel. Maybe later I'll do some editing, but it's mainly going to be me talking to a camera to kind of um, improve my speech capacity, but also to like um, give my thoughts out that are in my mind into video form, because then I can any of the thoughts, any of the things I have, I can kind of put that into a video journal of my life, that's another reason why I'm making this video journal, is to have all these thoughts that are in my head that I can only write down. I really can't talk to anyone about them. Not because they're really controversial. I just don't really have a lot of friends right now. Um, and so I can kind of engrave those thoughts into a video format, into a video, and then I can later look back on them, or I can, you know, make meet some people with similar interests than me through my subscribers. Because if you're subscribing, you have the same, some of the same interests as me, not as much, but just probably a couple of them. Maybe you like the same things as me. That's fine too. This is just to like communicate my thoughts out in the world, and then I hope a couple people see it and they communicate back, because it's kind of lonely right now to find people that I can communicate my thoughts to. Um, but yeah, those are the reasons why. Now I want to talk about like what's the upload schedule going to be like. Well, unless there are some problems like right now, episode scheduling is probably going to be a video Tuesday and a video Thursday uploaded. That's the what I'm trying to do, is upload 2 videos a week. That's my goal for the next couple months, is just consistently uploading videos, twice a week. I'll try to upload the videos Tuesday and Thursday night, because in this room right now, I'm in a study room at a local library, because I'm using this time to study, um, and also do these videos. I can't do it at home because I love my parents. They probably wouldn't approve of me doing the YouTube video stuff. And I'm going to talk about stuff I don't want my parents to know. So this is kind of the best I can do. If I can't do it in a local study room here, I'd probably have to do it in my car. So this is better than nothing. It does have a whiteboard over there. So maybe I'll do some presentations using the whiteboard. I don't know yet. But yeah, that's my main thing, is to do consistently 2 videos a week, Tuesday and Thursday. Now I might do extra videos, because I might like record the first video on a Tuesday, and usually this video is probably only take like 30 minutes to make, because there's not much editing. I just got to do a couple test takes to see if my audio is working, and the camera's working, to see and kind of like um I guess expand my ideas, so then I know what I'm gonna say. So I'll do like a little practice video. I'm not really scripting anything, but like I'm just gonna say like these are the topics I'm gonna talk about. It's a really maybe I'll upload a video that's for like as a blooper. It's maybe like 2 minutes long, just to get my ideas over to a camera. That's like what I do to practice. Now this is the long form version of that, and it's going to be this is what's going to be published. So yeah, so I might do that. So maybe I'll do 2 videos a day. It might only take like an hour to do both videos. And I'm here at the study room all day, because these are the days off. So Tuesday and Thursday are the days off from work. And so these might be the days where I batch videos. So I might do 3 videos, and then another 3 videos on Thursday. Now if I do, 3 videos on Tuesday and then 3 videos on Thursday, for a total of, 6 videos per week, then I'll upload each video that week. Um, so it almost kind of makes a coherent timeline of, what's happening in my life. I don't want to upload a video that was 2 weeks ago in my life. So if I do more videos, because I'm creating video in batches, then um, the videos will be spread out. So you can consistently believe that I'll upload 2 videos a day, Tuesday and Thursday, or 2 videos a week, Tuesday and Thursday. However, if I do make more videos because I can that week, then it'll be, a random day that I pick. That's not Tuesday and Thursday. So maybe it's Wednesday, you know, Friday or Saturday or Sunday, and I'll upload a free video for you guys, an extra video, like a bonus video. Like I said, there won't be much editing in these videos. So like I said, they'll take maybe an hour to do. And then when I get home, because I'm in the local library, I don't really want to upload a video to my YouTube channel in a library on free Wi-Fi. what I'll do is I'll upload the videos at night. So, and I'll probably release them probably at 11 or 12 a.m. So right at midnight on Tuesday and Thursday. So that you can kind of say they're really being uploaded, Wednesday and Friday. But basically, probably at 11 p.m., 12 a.m. That's when I'll upload the videos. So you probably won't see them. I know that's not probably the best schedule I can do. Maybe I'll change it to like 6 or 7 p.m. It depends on how long the videos take to upload, because some of these videos are probably going to be very long. Minimum, the videos are going to be 15 minutes, and they can be up to, an hour long. And so it could take like 6 or 7 hours to upload them to YouTube. So I'm going to try my best for that. So like I said, there could be extra videos. Just watch out for that. If you subscribe, you'll be able to see them. Or you don't have to subscribe. I'm never going to pressure you guys. Like I said, the main thing for this video series, the main reason for this video series. See, I'm stumbling on my words. You can kind of tell my speech isn't great. So this will help me. It's because I'm trying to use this to log my life. However, I will be very thankful if you guys subscribe and this blows up to like 5 million people watching this vlog series, and I start a new, you know, you know, video sub-series on YouTube that's about like vlogging your life, just sitting in front of a camera for an hour talking about your life, whatever it is. This is just like leaving a log for myself because I don't really have a good memory. That's another problem. This will help that. But also, maybe I'll become president one day, and these vlogs will help people who want to also become president look back in their life and be like, how did this guy do it? Oh, we have all these video logs of him, growing up from 20 to the time he becomes president. Why don't we look at that? How did he do it? So it's for me, but it's also for you guys. If you get any value from, you know, these video topics or these videos, just comment back or subscribe or email me, because I'll leave my email in my subscription so you guys can email me. um so I'll leave my email so you guys you know will email me. Eventually, I'll have too many emails, that's a good problem to have, have too many people talking to me or whatever. I am also going to set up a social media account, for this channel and for my life. I don't really have one right now. I've never really used social media seriously before. Um, and so I want to get into that just as a way for you guys to communicate to me. Um, so it's 18 minutes. I got my camera with me on my computer right with me right now. I'm talking to you guys on an external camera. Um, so I'm kind of looking at my computer to see how long the time is. So it's been 18 minutes. That was a very long introduction, I guess. That was the intro to video one. Now I want to talk about video number two. So video number two, um, is about the goings on in my life. So I've talked about my YouTube problems, and I've talked about my reasons for starting this channel. I've talked about the topic in video one. Okay. So now we're gonna get to the main sauce of video two, the goings on in my life. And so let's talk about the YGU. So let's talk about my college. Okay. I'm not scripting out this beforehand. And so let's talk about my college situation. That's as good as ever to start, because that's the reason why I got this webcam. It's kind of encouraged me to start this videos journal. So for the last let's go back to my uh, origin story. Okay, so I'm 23. I don't think I mentioned this. I mentioned it on the first video. My age. I'm 23 years old. Um, and I have really no skills in life, and so in that are valuable to the business world, to making money. Okay, And so I graduated high school in 2019, fall 2019. Well, no, it was spring 2019. I'd say around June, July, maybe May. I don't really remember the main month that it was in, but I went to the graduation ceremony. I graduated. Um, I had never really had a lot of friends in high school. I was really the shy guy. Um, so I didn't really have a lot of friends. And my parents were pressuring me to go to college. I didn't know anything about life, any general basic skills to manage my life, how to find a job, like what degrees were valuable, any of that. I didn't know how to make any friends. I never had that. I never had a girlfriend. I have never had a girlfriend. Um, and there are couple different reasons. I'll talk about it in another video. It's kind of too long. I want to make that a separate video. Um, so I never had a girlfriend or whatever. I never had any friends. Um, and my parents, I lived with my parents, and both of them had graduated college. One of them was a engineer, and another was a technical writer. So my dad graduated as an electrical engineer, and my mom graduated as a English degree, but she was working as um, a technical writer. So a technical writer, you write instructions for a company, for customers. So my mom works at a certain company. She writes out help directions, like so if you ever need help, um, using a device or using a service, specifically for my mom, using a software, because my mom worked for the email security software company. That's what she did. Now, by the time I had grown up, by the time I had been about 10, 12, 15, she had become a manager of technical writers. Now, my dad, he was an electrical engineer. That's what he did. He was fixing parts or whatever, building new products for companies or inspecting airplanes as an electrical engineer. He did a lot of different stuff, building garages. So, I know my dad developed a couple of patents um, for electrical um, door opening. So garage door opening. That's what my dad did. That's all I really know about his job. He didn't really talk about it. I know he loved it. He loves electrical engineering. He loved his job. Um, Now, however, my parents kind of pressured me into going to college because that was the path, the way they got to um, the middle class. That's how they got to, rich. That's how they became kind of rich, because at their peak they were both making about I'd say 150 after taxes per year, 150,000. Now, however, they had three kids. I'm a twin. I'm a fraternal twin. I'll kind of talk about that. So my brother looks nothing like me, and I have a sister that's 4 years older. So I was kind of pressured into going to college. Um, Now, of course, college was a choice of mine because I wanted to leave my parents' home. I didn't want to stay with my parents because my parents have a lot of problems. And I don't want to get into too much into that video because it's already been like 7 minutes of talking about this. Um, but they pressured me into college, but I also made that choice to go to a college that was as far away as possible. So I lived in Navarre, Florida, and so eventually went to UCF, University of Central Florida, in Orlando, which is about 8 hours away from Navarre, Florida. So that was far enough that my parents want to constantly come and see me. Now, the way I got into UCF is I was in the top 10% of my class. Um, and if you're in the top 10% of your class, UCF automatically accepts you. I don't know if that plugs into place, but it's like that. I also had Florida prepaid, which my parents paid a little bit every month, and that means I would get free tuition at any Florida college. That was public, of course, that accepted the prepaid tuition. So that was kind of like pressuring me to go to college. Now, at the time, I didn't know what degree to take or anything. So I didn't know which degree was valuable. I didn't even know what I liked. So I followed my parents' advice and I didn't take any liberal arts classes. I took or any degrees or anything. I took computer programming or computer science as a degree. Turns out I'm not very good at coding. I could do it. I could get a B in my first programming class, but I really don't like it. I don't want to do it for, 10 years until I switch careers. And thank God I did because AI is replacing a lot of those people. A lot of tech jobs are down, a lot of tech companies are downsizing. So I kind of like dodged a bullet right there. But so I switched around different majors. I couldn't find what I do. Uh, I went from computer programming to business general. I think I chose accounting, which funny enough, I'm back in accounting. I didn't like business accounting, not because of classes, but I just didn't like the UCF business program or whatever. And the classes were just too slow, so I switched out of them. I went into teaching, I think, because teaching, I've always been interested in teaching others. That's kind of why I started this video channel. It's part of the reason. But also, I had taught a little bit some primary school teachers or primary school students. I'll talk about that in another video. See, I have all these video topics now. Just by, talking to you guys on camera, I can add these video topic ideas to my notepad because I kind of have a notepad. Um, for my notes. And so um, I kind of wanted to teach him a little bit. I switched out of that. Um, and so, and I dropped college completely. It's not like I switched another. After teaching, I dropped out completely. Um, Part of it was UCF. I thought I would like a big campus with 50,000 students, but I really didn't. Because most of the teachers didn't care about me. I was just another kid out of the thousands they had to teach. Um, Most teachers had TAs or teacher assistants, but like those TAs weren't really good. Like the only reason they were there is because there were too many students for, one professor to teach. Um, they weren't really focused on teaching. Neither were the professors. Um, that was the problem. I think UCF wasn't the best university for me. But I just wanted to get out of my parents, home, move as far as possible, get in the best university. But I really didn't know what I was doing at the time. And so after those, I spent from 2019 to probably, I think 2022, 2021, I I was in my last semester of college at UCF and I just stopped going to class and I was in my teaching degree program at the time. And I started, I just stopped going. I really became really depressed, like very badly. So I would just stay in my room and I didn't have a job at the time because I was going full time to college and then I dropped out. I stopped going to all of my classes, just stayed in my room all day, reading, playing video games, sleeping because I was really depressed at that time. I barely eat. And because that semester I didn't get any money for Florida prepaid or whatever, or no, I had also taken out student loans for housing and food because my tuition was paid for. My parents wanted to pay for housing or whatever, and I didn't want to get a job while I was going to college. And so I had taken out student loans, but those student loans ran out because I wasn't still going to college and I still had, rent to pay and everything. I was paying that out of pocket, and I eventually ran out of like any money at all. And so I was really depressed. I had no money. I was eating sandwiches because I bought peanut butter and bread to eat because that was all I could eat. And I couldn't afford an oil change in my car. And my car was about to die because it needed an oil change and I couldn't afford it. And at that time, I had sold my computer for 200 bucks, so I could use that to get an oil change for my car and buy some groceries. But I was really depressed, and I kind of realized I needed to change my environment. I needed to switch around. So unfortunately, not fortunately, I had a backup plan. I could go back to my parents' home. I could live with my parents for another couple of years. And so I I went back to my parents and I live with my parents. Um, and that's what I've been doing for like the last 2 years. Um, so since 2022, 2021, I went back to my parents' home and I got a job at a local fast food place. And at that time, my moral for life was very low, and I was very depressed. I was still depressed going back to my parents. But for the last 2 years, I've built myself back up. I've gotten out of my depressed mindset. I've learned a lot about life. I've also got a job, a stable job for 2 years. I've never kept a job for more than like a year. So it wasn't like I got fired or anything. It was just I was going to school. In high school, I had school and I worked on the weekends. But like most time during school, I quit my job. I didn't even work weekends and I just worked summers. So I never had a job more than like a year max. Um, and so I worked for a year, 2 years. So I did that. I got out of my depressed mindset. I built myself back up. I was like 130. I had lost like 10 pounds. I was really skinny, like skin and bones. I started working out, eating more, because that's always been a problem with me. I've always been like too skinny. I've been skinny fat. And so I ate more and I built some muscles. So now I'm like 140 pounds, but it's only 10 pounds in the last 10 years, but that's all muscle because I went up to 150, okay, in the last 2 years, 150 pounds, but I was at like 30% body fat, which is not optimal at all. And so I then lost 10 pounds of fat, and now I'm at 140 pounds, and I have like abs now because I used to be skinny fat and I was so skinny I barely had any muscle. Now I have abs. Now I have muscles, some muscles. My physique isn't the best. So if I look, it's not great. I know the lights cut out suddenly in this study room. So the lighting's not best. Um, but I've gained muscles and I've been working out and eating better. Not eating better, but eating more food because my diet's not very good. I'll talk about that in a later video. It's 32 minutes, but yeah, I'm looking at the recording time. But yeah, I've decided now after 2 years, I've kind of built up enough income. So I'm making about, let's say, $25,000 a year working at in a fast food restaurant. But that's barely enough to live. I can't move out of my parents' um, home or anything like that. So I've saved up enough money. I've saved up about $5,000 for me to move out, and kind of give me a buffer start because I'm planning to move out in like 3 months. That's another video topic I can talk about. Uh, but I needed to go to a degree, to a career. Let's talk about my career path. A career path that would let me progress and that would pay me more so that could support my life. Because right now, working fast food can't support my life. Now I could get a second job, but I really don't want to work a second job, working 7 days a week at fast food because that's all I could do. Or I could do Walmart or a supermarket. So it was either go get a second job or build a skill or find some skill that's more valuable to the marketplace. And I chose accounting. And so I can get an accounting job right now that pays, and I get paid $15 an hour. So they could pay me like $18 an hour, which would raise me to like 30K a year. But also that career path as an accountant has a a career path. I can't say I work in fast food and there's a career path. There is, but I can become like a team leader slash manager and then open up my own store. Um, the problem with that is it's not really opening up my own store, like if my own fast food store, or whatever. That's a business. You're running a business. It's not really a job anymore. Now, so they're really, except for becoming a manager, I get paid a couple dollars more an hour. I maybe get paid 18 bucks an hour or 20 bucks an hour as a manager in a fast food. I don't make a lot more money, and there's no way more to step up. unless I switch something and I go out of the fast food, like cooking in a fast food restaurant, and I go into like finance for the parent company or stuff like that. But they want people with like degrees or a skill set. So it's not possible. So I chose to go back to college, and this time I'm choosing to go to college. But also, I had to decide like what college. And I chose YGU, which is Western Governors University. It's an online class. I plan on moving in a couple months, so I can't do it. I can't pick a college that stays in the same place. It's got to be an online class, college. However, I could have done the online um, degrees at regular universities. So I could have gone to UWF or UF and do the online program. The problem with that is they're not really on, they don't have any benefits of the online except you can go anywhere in the world and you can still take classes. Okay, with YGU, it's based on proficiency. Basically, I can take as many courses as I want and I can take them as fast or as slow as possible. If I went to UWF or UF, anything like that, they would limit me on the amount of classes I could take per semester. With YGU, I can take classes as fast as possible. I can take a class a week, study for a week, and take the proctored exams that are necessary to pass the class. Once I pass the class, I can go on to other classes. UWF, UF, these are colleges who want to make as much profit as possible. So they suppress or the people who want to get out of college as fast as possible, get out in a year, 2 years, or whatever. But instead they only let you take a certain amount of classes per year. This means you have to pay more. It takes you longer to get your degree. It costs more. The teacher, the it's not a mainly online university, so their main focus is not online. So they don't put as much focus into it. They don't put as much resources into it. So that's why I chose YGU. Now, YGU, you have to be careful of these colleges because of fully online colleges, the colleges have only been around for like the last 20 years. Okay, maybe 15 years. Maybe that's for the earliest ones. Some have only been around for a couple years. And so the main thing you got to check are they accredited? How well is their credibility? Those are the two main things you have to check. YGU was probably the best credited online university. That's fully online. They're regionally accredited. So they're good on accreditations. They're probably the best university. And number three, I was looking at accountants. They develop the most accounting degrees. So they release the most accounting degrees every year. Okay. They release like 10K, 20, 30K. I think it could be less or more than that. Don't quote me on this. Accountant degrees every year. Because they're an online, they're cheaper than regular university, fully online. You can take their classes anytime. You just have to pass the proctor exams. They're fully focused on it. They have the most students for online colleges. Okay, they have one of the most biggest student bases out of all the online colleges. Okay, but they release so many accounting degrees. They're the number one college in the amount of accounting degrees they give out every year. Um, so that's why I chose YGU. I plan on getting my YGU in 6 months, one term, because they do terms in 6 months. Look them up if you're interested. They don't really cost that much considering what other colleges cost. They're like half the price. Look it up. I'll probably talk about YGU specifically in another video, but they are probably the best university for online classes. And so that's why I chose them. I chose accounting because it's a staple job. There's a shortage of people. People always have to manage other people's money. AI, they're not going to let AI do it. People aren't going to trust AI to manage their money for them. Um, so that's why I chose accounting. I can get the degree done in about 6 months. I have some classes that are transferring over, but also I can take as many classes as possible, and I want to accelerate my program. If you look at the subforums for YGU on Reddit, they'll talk about this. Some people like to accelerate more. And so I want to try and get my degree in 6 months. I only have 30 classes. I looked at them. I looked at my degree program because I've been accepted in them and I'm starting in a couple days. I have 30 classes to take. I can get that done in 6 months. That's 15 classes per 6 months divided by 30. That's 5 classes a month. I can do that. I want to do it a little faster, but 6 months will give me enough time. Since terms are 6 months, if I can finish in a term, I only have to pay $4,000, which is what one term is, and I can take as many classes as possible. So if I can finish in one term, my birthday is in January, okay? January 15th is my birthday. 2001, January 15th, 2001 is my birthday. I want to, as a birthday gift to myself, complete all of my courses by then. So I gotta really work hard. Um, and like I said, that's just part of my per way. That's part of my um, way to becoming an accountant is because once I get my degree in accounting, I can get a job that's like 40K, 50K, 60K starting out. That's starting salary. 60K is on the high end. 40K is really on the low end. I can make probably about 50K starting out with good benefits because I really don't get any benefits at my job right now. And my health insurance, my parents' health insurance, which you have to be on, will run out when I turn 26. And so once I have to get a good job with health benefits and everything. So once I turn um 26, that'll all be gone and everything. So I have to get a better job. I have to get a job where I can move out. I can have more money to go enjoy my life, go on dates, go to special places, experience, go on vacation. I can't do any of that right now. And so accounting is a stable job. I can make 50K starting out. So I'll almost double my salary. Um, I'll probably make an extra 20K per year. So I'm almost doubling my salary. If you take what cuts out, I take away from my taxes, I basically am doubling my salary and I can do it in 6 months. So why not do it? Like and some people, my parents would probably be like, that's too much of a risk, Tyler. Don't do that. My parents don't want me to move out. They even say you got to find a job before you move out. And I was like, no, I'm moving out. I have enough money as a backup plan to move out. I'm going to take the risk because I can't stay at my parents' house forever. And they're kind of holding me back, unfortunately. I hate to say this because I love my parents, but they are holding me back. And so that's a risk I'm taking. Just like creating this video is a risk. My parents always said, don't post anything online that you don't want other people to know about or whatever. Don't do any of this stuff. Don't put comments on YouTube. Don't create a social media and post stuff you don't that are too sensitive. Like don't talk about politics. Don't talk about your money. Don't post anything. But the thing with that is if I don't do that, how can I interact with the internet? Like how can I interact with people on the internet? How can I build a following around, what I like and how can I build friends off the internet if I can never really discuss my true feelings on the internet? And so I'm taking a risk with this video channel and it's what I have to do it. I gotta take risks. Um, this is the win for me. It's a 43-minute video. I gotta rack it up. Um, that's all I wanted to talk about. So I know this is like an abrupt ending, but it's been 43 minutes and I have to do some studying for class that's about to start. It's 9 o'clock right now, 9 a.m. Um, it's been 43 minutes, so I have to go. I gotta start doing other stuff. This will probably be the only video I make today, and then Thursday I'll make another video. Um, so I really want to thank you. I know today was kind of like a rant, but like I said, I'm gonna that's probably one of the things I'm gonna work on is having a set of like what I want to talk about and everything. I want to make these videos longer. So like as I get better at creating video content, I'll kind of know like, oh, this topic will take 10 minutes to explain, this will take longer, this will take longer. And so I can plan out my videos more. I don't want to be too planned, but um because that'll take too much time and I don't think I can do it. I'd rather these be like unscripted. And so I'm sorry for the, rant or whatever. If you like listening to me or you connected to anything I said, comment in the videos below or subscribe or thank you for watching. Even if you don't, thank you for watching. Like, thank you for listening to my rants. I don't have anything to do, anything else to say. It's kind of long, a video. It's 55 minutes long. Thank you for watching. Really, thank you. Um, have a great day. Goodbye. I'll probably do a better video and ending. But thank you for watching. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. I know it's pretty long. Most people's attention spans don't get really that don't are shortened in today's day and age. So thank you. Goodbye.